Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that is here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for perfect peace, radiant wellness, and joy. And we celebrate all the good and all the love that is here for us right now. We could just take in a breath. And with joyous wisdom, with immense peace of mind, if we could notice an elongation of our nervous system happening right now, if we could perhaps even sitting or lying down where we are, just feel a sense of space, perhaps even stretching just a little bit and just giving room. And if we could just notice what it's like to take ownership of this moment, to feel the opposite of oppression, to feel a sense of expansion and choice. If we could just notice very simply the space that you occupy right now. And if we could just take in a deep breath and to truly be right where you are right now, if we could just enhance that with words, if we could just breathe in, and if we could just say out loud, I choose love right now. I'm surrounded with love right now. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being strong and present with me. And if we could breathe in, whether you feel him, see him, hear him, or know him, let's notice Michael like your best friend, being right here. He's always with us. Let's very simply let him have our focus. And if we could feel him providing perhaps a scent and a color, of him kind of very thoroughly inhabiting the space that you occupy right this second. So if we could indeed feel his glow, and feel the peace that he brings to this moment. And if we could notice the cells and molecules, the space around you, anything that feels like chaos, either intentional chaos, chaos from emotion or fear, the sense of lack of control, let's very simply let Archangel Michael see and identify those cells with you, those cells that might be within you or around you, projected toward you. Let's let Michael change the atmosphere. So if we could just take in a breath. And if we could say out loud a direct request, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me to be calm. I call forward all my memories of calm. Mental memories, cellular memories, emotional memories. So if we could breathe in and let two things happen at once, if we could let Archangel Michael greet and enhance any cellular memory of you being calm on the planet, perhaps being very cozy, being very relaxed, being tended to, being helped. And if we could take off the table for this moment any requirement on you that you must be a certain way, you must know a certain thing, you must have to deal with such and such. Let's just release and relax any requirement. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And with Michael creating calm in the atmosphere, if we could very simply notice him changing the space. So if we could just notice that easily by noticing in your physical environment, the walls, the ceiling, the device that you're using, noticing all that's physical, what you're sitting on, what you're lying down on, windows, noticing all that physicality. Wonderful. And if you could notice Archangel Michael smiling at you, as we work toward even greater calm and pervasive calm and lasting calm. So if we could breathe in, like Babe Ruth calling a shot, if we could notice Archangel Michael's confidence in you, his confidence in your calm. And if we could very simply get into the present moment by saying out loud this question, I wonder what's going to happen next. And with that, let's just notice the space and the matter in the room with you. And let's say that again. I wonder what's going to happen next. Let's indeed just notice the space between you and the walls, the air that you're breathing in. And let's say out loud an affirmation, a request. I'm surrounded by calm right now. And let's notice Archangel Michael in a positive way, taking the fire out of the air, taking out of the air any sense of threat. And let's let Archangel Michael call forward his friend and your friend, Archangel Ariel. And let's let Ariel stand right behind you and place her hands on your shoulders with great love, great care, great affection. And let's let her withdraw from you any sense of threat. And if we could let Ariel, she's using clocks and calendars, let's let her go back in time in your life to any moment during the month of December in your life where you felt threatened, didn't feel safe, felt expectation, felt projection. And let's notice with this archangel doing that, we don't need to be triggered by that. We could very simply just notice what you know. We could trust that we are all experts in our own pain. We know exactly what doesn't work. That's not confusing to us. So if we could just breathe in and let Ariel extract all those memories, all those energies out of you. So the only alive elements right now within you are the request for calm and peace of mind. So if we can notice what Ariel's calling the filters of projection, indeed the hallmark idea of what the holiday should be like versus the reality of people being highly agitated. So if we could notice what it's like to let fall to the ground like cigarette ash, expectation. So if we could breathe in, and if we could indeed say out loud, I release all expectations for the holidays. I release other people's expectations. I choose for the month of December to be brilliant for me. I choose to innovate. I choose to be present. I choose to welcome love. I choose to circulate generosity. I choose to give and receive in perfect balance. I choose to recognize the help that I have. Wonderful. If we could just take in a breath. And if we can notice these two archangels, and let's perhaps let them grow so their heads are as tall as the ceiling that you have, we could just breathe in and notice them taking action immediately in this moment, in the room that you're in, on everything we just prayed for and wished for. Let's just notice that, what these two archangels do. And if you could very simply witness that, and perhaps there's a healthy dose of silence, a shh, for you, for other people, in that. So if we can notice any sense of, well, what about, how come, what, let's just take in a breath. And let's surrender those things to the angels. Let's trust unconditional love and that these two angels and other angels know every single thing about you and love you unconditionally. So let's let them help you out and letting that help be simple. Good. And with a smile that might include a wink, if we can notice Archangel Michael looking at you and perhaps communicating, this is fun, isn't it? So if we could just breathe in and noticing these angels at work, if we could place our full attention onto the angels at work. So perhaps getting your attention off of your experience or what you're feeling and just noticing Archangel Michael, be that a subtle energy or an overt energy, whether you see him, feel him, hear him, or know that he's there. And Ariel too. Wonderful. If we could breathe in and like in a Christmas carol, the ghost of Christmas past, if we could just take in a breath to anyone who's created stress during the holidays in the past, even people who are alive, but especially people who are passed away, if we could just breathe in and just notice with generosity their apology to you. So if we could just breathe into that. And if we could say a few things out loud, we'll do some forgiveness work and we'll use 5%, okay? If we could just say out loud, I forgive everyone for everything, 5% right now. I forgive everyone I've spent the holidays with, 5% right now. I forgive anyone I'm angry with, 5% right now. I forgive myself for everything, 5% right now. I ask for forgiveness for everything right now. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And immediately following that, let's very simply notice once again being present in the environment that you're in. Let's notice the wall across from you. And very simply noticing the space, the atmosphere between you and that wall. Let's notice that atmosphere being infused with goodness. Let's very simply just breathe in and let's say out loud, in this moment, I am surrounded by love. I choose to be surrounded by love always. I choose to align myself with love even when others are not. Thank you, angels, for showering everyone on the planet with love. Let's say that again. Thank you, angels, for showering everyone on the planet with love. And let's not attach to that. Let's very simply just feel the free will request and to notice what comes with it. So let's just breathe in Great. If we could let two things happen simultaneously, let's notice perhaps with what Michael and Ariel are doing in the room that you're in. Let's let it kind of click like the talk, like a clock, and let everything kind of shift over. Like if the room you're in, we're going to circulate 1 degree. Let's let that 1 degree shift happen, whatever that means to you. And let's notice Archangel Gabriel showing up. So if we could just breathe in and perhaps let the angels reconfigure themselves. So Michael is behind you and Ariel and Gabriel in front of you. So if we could just breathe in. And if we could use the energy of names, if we could just say out loud, thank you, Ariel, Gabriel, and Michael for being with me. And let's say our own names out loud. I am Mark, just using your own name. I am. And I choose love right now. I choose to put aside fear right now. I release the outdated idea that I am inadequate. I release the outdated idea that I am inadequate. I recognize my capability. I recognize and engage my capacity to change. I choose to change positively. I welcome peace. I welcome mirth. I embrace calm. And I revel in angelic guidance. Fantastic. If we could just breathe into that. And if we could notice where your attention goes, and if you had a wish or desire of these three archangels, including something to surrender to them, let's let that happen right now. So let's indeed let there be a surrender, surrendering a relationship, something on your mind, something you're worried about, be that one thing or 100 things. Let's notice where your attention goes after that. So if we could notice the air in the room that you're in has been curated, it's been infused with love. Let's breathe in that air. And let's notice the simple fact that you are included in all the good in the universe right now. And let's say that as a statement and an affirmation. I am included in all the good in the universe right now. And let's issue a denial. I'm not apathetic about my happiness. I embrace love right now. Thank you, angels, for helping me in every part of my life. I'm willing to have the best December of my life. I allow December to be magic again. Which is a Kate Bush song. Let's just breathe in. Let's just notice the atmosphere that you're in. Let's notice those three archangels, Michael behind you. Let's let Michael touch your head. And let's notice Ariel and Gabriel looking at you with love. And if we could just notice the angels aren't passive, let's notice them at work, creating harmony and showering you with affection and peace. And if we could notice right where you are in that curated atmosphere in this present moment, let's notice what you would like to say out loud to the angels, just having your own private space with that. Be that out loud with your voice or telepathically. We could just breathe in, we'll hold space here and let that conversation happen. And this may not be for everyone, but let's very simply say out loud, I release the belief that I can't talk about what I want. I release putting others' fear before my will. I allow myself to have a great holiday season. I do have a say. I acknowledge the pain of the past. I embrace a bright future instead. I am my own Santa Claus. I bring gifts. Wonderful. If we could breathe into that. And if we could notice with the things that were just said, what empties out and what fills you up. Good. And indeed, as a guide, just as a guide, as we work with the angels and different guides, let's notice St. Nicholas as a guide showing up. If we could just breathe in. If we could say out loud, thank you, St. Nicholas, for being with me. What would you like me to know? This may not be true for everyone. Let's notice who's with St. Nicholas, which might be family who's passed. So if we could breathe in, if we could notice the flower St. Nicholas gives you, the understanding that you have right now, the support you have right now, and more peace of mind. Wonderful. And with 10% forgiveness, let's very simply say out loud, I forgive everyone in my family 10% right now. I forgive all authority figures 10% right now. I forgive God 10% right now. Wonderful. Let's just breathe in. If we could notice what's changed in your atmosphere, what's present, and if we could notice all the guides who are here holding space, the same dynamic of Michael behind you, Ariel, Gabriel. Let's notice St. Nicholas joining them in the proximity they have to you, and other folks who might have shown up holding that same space. Let's notice the atmosphere that you're breathing in. Let's breathe in love. Let's breathe in grace. And let's very simply, in conjunction with the three angels, St. Nicholas and other folks who've shown up, let's very simply make an intention for this day and for the coming week. So if we could just breathe in, let's notice an intention for this day of you being free to prioritize your priorities, what you want to do, the walk in nature, the painting, the writing, the sketch, the conversation you want to have, and putting forward an intention for whatever it is that you will do during the week, be that going to a job, going to a medical appointment. Let's very simply let the angels go ahead into the rest of this day and into next week with great promise, with great energy, and to very specifically let the same energy of calm and creativity that you are breathing in right now, to let that go to dentist offices, to auto parts stores, to Zoom meetings, to any communication that you have, to your bank account, to any interaction that you'll have, any phone call, any text exchange, any email, to any physical space that you'll occupy, including continuing to fill the space that you're in right now with love and peace and harmony, to feel your inclusion in all the good in the universe, to welcome peace of mind, to allow the calendar, when you see the word December, for it to spark opportunity rather than dread, to allow change to happen. So we'll just breathe into all that. And let's breathe into all that. And let's just lovingly say out loud, I choose to have a great day. I choose to have a great week. I choose health. I choose to be present. I embrace long brain waves. I release agitation. And I embrace calm. So if we could breathe in, let's just take all that to heart and letting that continue perpetually, releasing which day of the week it is and allowing this day to be good and the coming week to be good. And letting that extend, extend, extend. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe into all that. And to Archangel Michael, to Ariel, Gabriel, St. Nicholas, and other folks, if we could just very simply say out loud, like teammates, thank you so much. And like teammates, we could say to them, good job. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for working with me. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, perfect curation, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. We celebrate the individualization of ourselves, of our bodies, of our beings, and allow goodness to be present, for grace to be present in our viewpoint and to our perspective to shift into openness and opportunity. We're so grateful to be alive right now in this time of change. We choose to put our thumb on the scale of our future. We choose to embrace the goodness that is here, the peace that is here, and the love that is here. And with generosity, peace, and ease, we choose to acknowledge everything that has happened, and we ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.